Today, we're going to talk about a way of doing photography that, well, it pretty much flips the script on everything you might think you know about picking up a camera. This is a practice that's way less about taking pictures and a whole lot more about learning how to just disappear. And this quote right here, it gets right to the heart of it. The whole idea is that the way most of us approach photography is right from the get-go, fundamentally flawed. I mean, that's a bold claim, isn't it? It kind of forces you to step back and question the whole thing. And then it gets even more personal. What if the camera, the very tool we use to try and connect with the world, is actually building a wall between us and everything out there? What if it's the one thing that's making us feel separate? Okay, so let's dig into this foundational error. The problem, according to this philosophy, isn't your gear. It's not the tech. It's the entire mindset we bring with us when we decide to take a picture. Just think about the words we use, right? We shoot photos. We capture a moment. We take a picture. That's the language of a hunt. And when you think that way, you stop connecting and you start trying to conquer. The living world becomes a target, something to be taken, instead of a living, breathing thing to just witness. And this slide really breaks it down perfectly. You've got these two opposing mindsets. On one side, there's the hunter. They show up with a plan, a hero shot already in their head, demanding that the world perform for them. In the world they see, it's tense, it's defensive. But then you have the witness. The witness shows up with no agenda, with a quiet mind. They just wait, and they get to see the world as it truly is, after it's decided they're not a threat. Okay, so this leads to a really profound, kind of mind-bending shift in perspective. We're moving away from trying to fix that feeling of being separate, and we're moving toward a totally different way of understanding our place in the world. And here it is. This is the core idea that changes everything. You are not a separate person standing in the landscape. You, your body, your camera, you're all made of the exact same stuff as the rocks and the trees. In this view, you just become the part of the landscape that's looking back at itself. And look, this isn't just some nice poetic idea. It's literal, physical truth. The carbon atoms in your body, the silicon in your camera's sensor, the iron in the granite, all of it was created in the heart of a star billions of years ago. That connection isn't a metaphor, it's a fact. So if that's the big idea, how in the world do you actually do it? Well, it takes a very specific kind of practice, a set of actions designed to quiet down that noisy ego so you can actually become a true witness. It all starts with something called the walk-in. It's a long walk, and I mean miles long, that basically forces a mental and physical reset. First, you've got the clatter. Your mind is just buzzing with emails and to-do lists. Then comes the rehearsal. You're still planning your shots, trying to control things. After that, the resistance hits. Your body aches. Your mind tells you to just go home. But if you push through that, you get to the thinning. That's when the internal chatter finally stops and your ego just kind of dissolves. The whole point of that walk and all the waiting that comes after is to reach a state called negligibility. It's a great word, right? It means you become so still and so quiet for so long that the world around you just stops seeing you as a threat or even as something separate. You just blend in. You become negligible. And this image, it just perfectly captures that feeling. The land only shows its true self when it feels safe. The animals come back out. The whole ecosystem just relaxes. And this isn't some kind of magic. It's basic field biology. By waiting, the photographer has been reclassified from a predator to just another rock, another feature of the landscape. So once you're in that state, it completely redefines the whole point of the camera and the photo you might take. I mean, if the goal isn't to capture something anymore, then what are you even doing? In this practice, the camera becomes a mineral witness. It's not a tool for your personal expression. It's not about your feelings or your creativity. The camera is treated like a rock, an impartial, unthinking object that just records the light that happens to fall on it. It sees without wanting anything. And this is where the discipline gets really intense. One shot. That's it. Not one good shot, one total shot for the whole day. This isn't just a guideline, it's a commitment. It forces you to be absolutely present and to accept that you might walk away with absolutely nothing. So, common things like taking a few extra safety shots or bracketing your exposures, that's seen as a total failure of presence. It's called the lust of the lens, like you're trying to hoard light, treating it like a resource you can own. Taking one shot is a total commitment. Taking more is just hedging your bets. So you see, the whole thing is never really about the photographer and their desperate hunt for a perfect image. The real work is the conduct, the walking, the waiting, the stillness. And the photograph, if you even get one, is simply a record of what that place felt like when all the noise, both inside you and outside, finally stopped. It's a recording of that quiet equilibrium between the witness and the world. So the photo isn't a trophy that you've won. Think of it more like the residue. It's the physical proof that for a moment you got out of your own way and found a perfect balance with the landscape around you. And when you look at these images, you can really feel that, can't you? They aren't those loud, dramatic, look at me kind of shots. They're quiet, they're subtle, they're just full of this deep sense of presence. They don't scream for your attention, they invite you into the silence they came from. So what's the big takeaway here? What's the point of all this if it's not about making amazing photos to show off? The real change, the real goal happens inside the person doing it. The idea is to take that quiet, that slowness, that presence, and carry it back with you into our loud, chaotic, everyday world. This practice literally changes how your nervous system works. And this quote just sums it all up perfectly. The camera is just a training tool. It's a device to teach you how to really pay attention, how to be truly present in the world. The final product isn't a better picture. It's a better witness. Which leaves us with a final question to think about. In our culture that is absolutely obsessed with having a personal brand, with being a creator, with being somebody, this practice offers something radical. It's the discipline of becoming a nobody, of just being a clear window that the world can be seen through. What could we learn from that?